Hey guys, Lane here from Maker's Lane. So I've been looking to get a welder for a while. This one I saw on Amazon on Black Friday for $280. I think it's normally like $350, so it was a pretty good deal on it. I've used Lincoln's before, they're a pretty good brand. I really like how they weld. I know there's a lot of videos out there on different types of welders and everything, but I wanted to make a video because I feel like a lot of those videos out there are from people who are professional welders. I know how to weld, let's just put it that way. So I want to see if I can get this out, set it up, just go, and see how easy it is just to take it out of the box and start welding with it. First thing we're going to do is unbox it and see what all comes in it. We can go over some of the technical details of it. Not that I really know what any of them mean, but we will still try to go over them nevertheless. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. Instruction manual. Glass for the welding mask. Tip. It's one of the nicer brushes I've seen. That's nice. It looks like all of these are already pre-attached. Say it weighs about 25 pounds. 25 to 30. And there, welding mask. I think these things are hilarious. Honestly, I'm not even gonna worry about putting that in there. I'm sure you guys have already seen those before. Probably should read the instructions. Ah, sweet, it does come with it. Flux wire. Okay, so not really super terribly hard. With this piece, you kind of push it in, twist it, and then pull it out, and then this little piece comes out. Slap the wire on, making sure that this is coming out from the bottom and not coming out from the top, so that it's essentially flat across here. So all I did was, I don't know if you can see, but there's a wheel here and a wheel up here. And so I fed it through here manually, there's nothing in here. And then I got it to here, I turned it on, and then I just hit the trigger on this guy, and it started feeding it into there. So that's all I did for right now. But let's go take a look at the front of it, see what everything means, see if we can't start welding. So this is the front of it. This is obviously your wire feed rate, your high-low. Honestly, I don't know what the 1-2 is. As I said, I'm a novice / beginner at welding. Obviously the on, off, pretty simple there. That's basically it for the setup. Go see how it welds. Okay, so I figured out what these buttons are for. So you got low, and then you got 1, 2, and then you got high and 1, 2. So this would be the highest setting being high 2, and the low setting would be low 1. And they made that really easy. Just, you know, you gotta read stuff that's basically in here. It tells you all the stuff that you need to know for the basic run of the machine. So I'm an idiot, but cool, you know? Okay, so I cut it kind of awkwardly so that I could have an interesting weld, so it wouldn't be just, you know, square to square. I also picked a piece of metal that is pretty dirty, and I want to see how well, I mean, I'm going to try and clean it up, obviously. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. And then I'm going to see how well it welds with the with a dirty material, and see if it has a lot of slag or if it, you know, just goes right through it. So, yep. you have to wait for the wire to get all the way to the end. So 8 foot of cable takes a while. Okay, so it can't weld dirty stuff very well. Also might have been too thick for it. It's pretty ugly. So I'm gonna cut some thinner stuff, cleaner stuff, and see if that welds. Okay, I cut this piece and cleaned it like you're supposed to, so now let's get it welded up. Proof that I am a terrible welder. But it works. It holds. Can't really break it yet if I try really hard. But it looks like the weld's gonna hold up, at least. It's the part that's bending itself, so I'm pretty happy with it. It seems to work pretty well. Now maybe we weld on some actual material. All right, so I welded this piece of steel up. It's pretty thick. I think it's a 1/4 inch thick. I had to run it on the highest setting, the highest wheel speed, and I did 2 welds on a lower heat, and it didn't do very well. And then the other 2 welds I did on the higher temp, and I mean, I'm not a perfect welder, but I think it came out pretty well. I mean, ooh, that's hot. Granted, I cleaned it up to see if it actually penetrated. So that's where the bad weld is. This is the actual really good weld. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Not bad. All right, so I guess I'd have to say my overview of this Lincoln is, for the money, great value. It welds up pretty thick steel, and like most welders, you gotta clean the stuff. You gotta clean it before you actually try and weld it. Once I had clean material and I figured out how the flow worked and everything, it welded perfectly. I think this is gonna be a great addition to my arsenal of workshop equipment. I would say the pros would be the ease of setup, just the fact that there's not a lot that goes to it. There's no gas, there's no, you don't have to have any rods or anything like that, or tungsten like you do with a TIG welder. It's a wire feed, you just load it up, point and shoot. The cons would be it's a little bit heavy, but if you're not worried about moving it around and taking it to a job site or something like that, it's not that bad if you're just having it stationary. Another con would be the fact that it is flux core, so it makes really dirty welds, as opposed to TIG or MIG with gas that has a cooling agent. The fact that I got it for $280, that to me is a cheap welder. Lincoln's a name brand. It's up there as far as welder quality goes. I'm really happy with it. I think it'll last a long time. I have a future project coming up that I need a welder for, and I'm really looking forward to actually putting this to the test and figuring out where its limitations are. For right now though, I would say it's definitely got 2 thumbs up, and I would definitely recommend buying this welder. I'll leave a link in the description so that you can look at it yourself and get more into the specs. I know I kind of said I was going to go into the technical detail, and I really didn't. All of it's available on their website or in the link I share. Just go and look at it yourself. And that's my review on the Lincoln Weld Pak HD. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments down below. Odds are I won't be able to answer them because I am a beginner at welding. If anything, you'll be commenting on how bad of a job I did and how big of an idiot I am for thinking I could weld without cleaning it. Well, until next time, I'm Lane from Maker's Lane. Have a good one.